Mtibwa Sugar was very, very motivated to play Simba and the final, and they just beat us on a good spirit because we dominated most of the game, but they defended very well, and on motivation and physical efforts they could win the game.
What about your future plans in next seasons?
I think after losing JKT at home, we did a screen up of the full squad, and we filtered. And from that moment on, we went to play almost every game with the basic 11 that, in my opinion, fits best at this moment. And we played, I think, almost 10 consecutive games with 10 or 11 same players. And you saw that our level was increasing. Also the passing game in midfield. Although there are missing some details, especially in the defensive part of the full team. I don't speak only about defense, but also your midfield has to defend, strikers has to defend, so everyone has a task to do. There are still some things to adapt and to modify. But I think Simba has a technical way of play. That's what we should care about. That's what we should install also in the next games and in the future. And to find balance between attacking and defense. Because we're going to face stronger opponents in the future, especially if we want to go into Champions League. So we have to, one, to balance a little bit better, and to get a mindset that in such games we also need maybe a more physical effort to obtain a result.
What the Simba targets in Champions League?
First the league. We're still this season. We have to win at least 5 games mathematical to win the league. There's still a cup to play that we like to win. So these are the 2 first short-term targets. Then the next target is Champions League. And we didn't speak yet as a club what is the target in Champions League. Let's reach or take the trophy of the title, then reach Champions League, and when we are there, then we will see which group we face and what we can do in the group stage. But first, I think you always have to think in chronological way. League, qualify Champions League, and then see what we can do in Champions League.
Simba's football club, they have good chance to win Tanzania Premier League trophy.
Yes, but we're not still there. We still need to have 15 points mathematical. So until you're not sure of something having in your hands, you always have to fight and work for it.
As a football expert, how do you know about Papi Kabamba Shishimbi?
Yes, but that's what they like to hear. And I'm here working for Simba, so I can only talk about Simba. Even after a game, I think a journalist asked me, what do you think about the performance of the opponent? I said, look, that coach is sitting next to me. That's a question for him. He's the boss of his squad. I can only talk about things I can control. Even though I have opinion about politics, about other teams, about other players. Maybe I have it, but I will not talk about it.
What about situation of the opponents in Tanzania Premier League?
You don't see a lot, and maybe the 8-0 against Singida was really an exceptional score. But most of the games are tight. One goal difference, 1-0, 1-1, 2-1. So all the clubs are playing tight games, and it's not easy to make always the difference. So the general level here is good. It's better than average in the African central countries. I don't take in count Morocco, Egypt, Tunisia, and South Africa. I think these 4 leagues are above all the rest. And then you have some individual clubs like Mazembe in Congo, Horaya in Guinea, who always do good on Champions League level. And if I talk about Simba, then maybe such individual club performances in Champions League can be ours, or another club from Tanzania can do the same.
What about your plans for Ibrahim Wajib?
Everyone needs to work for his spot. And everyone playing for Simba has skills, because otherwise Simba doesn't recruit you. But you have on every position 2 or sometimes 3 good players. And then it's the coach who decides who will play. There are no plans, because every last game you play, that's how you evaluate a player, and then you go on training and you evaluate everyone again towards a new game. So it's not about Mr. X or player Z or player A. Everyone has to do, even Chama or Wawa or Nioni or Kagere. Everyone has to do his basic job, and if you do your basic job, everyone has a chance to play.
We'll see Yusufu Mlipili in